this is for Dominic. He hit me up and said he wanted another video talking about dysphoria. He hit me up on Instagram. He was saying that I am new to this and I just discovered this about me, and I'm in a place where I just need someone like you who is experienced to really help me to dig deeper so I can stop having these feelings. I hate being associated with the wrong type, and I just want to live as myself, but it's hard to do sometimes. I just want you to kind of expand on what should I do when I get discouraged so fast just by people seeing someone in me that I don't want them to see. Because I don't want to be butch or lesbian or dyke or any of those things. I just want to be Dominic, and that's what I want me and the world to see. So I'm going to be addressing Dominic, but also dysphoria in general, and really, of course, as I always do, because this is the only way I can speak from. Speaking from what I've done myself, things that have helped me. I've discussed this before in another video, dealing with dysphoria, and really, I think that video you can still watch it. It's still available, and I'm looking for my necklace. I can't find it, and I don't like that. I need to find my necklace. So yeah, I understand that, the trans narrative is often riddled with depression, shame, discomfort, dysphoria, and a host of our other darkest feelings. And I just want you all to know it doesn't have to be that way. I'm looking at you right now and saying you don't have to be this way. You don't have to feel this way. You don't have to, live your life the way that you do. For those who do have dysphoria and allow it to affect their lives in a way that they avoid doing certain activities. People stop doing things they love because of the fact that it might be a trigger for them now at this point in their lives, and feeling like you don't belong, like no one understands, and like no one cares or would even bother, and feeling like you can't love yourself. And like I said, you don't have to feel this way. And I trust me, I used to feel the exact same way at a point in time. There used to be a time where I would wait as long as I could before going to the bathroom because I was just not ready to look at myself and to be in a position using the bathroom the way that I did and addressing my anatomy. There were times where I would go in the bathroom and I would avoid looking at the mirrors because I just did not like what I saw. There was a point in time where I barely spoke because I didn't want to hear my voice and I didn't want other people to hear it. And because I was living like that, I just came more and more into myself and basically became nothing, to where there was nothing I loved to do. There was nowhere I loved to go. There was nowhere I wanted to be except for away from everyone. I don't like that life. I didn't like that life. And you know what I did? I said, fuck it. I can't keep living like this. And I said, I'm going to change my mind because clearly my situation is not going to change itself. There's going to be something I'm going to have to do in order to address this situation. So I want you all to know it really is all on you. That might sound like a hell of a responsibility to accept that, saying that the way you feel is because of you, but it is. It's because of the choices you've made, because of the things you've thought about yourself, the things you've allowed into your mind that do nothing good for you. And it might feel good for you in one particular way, but at the same time hurt you. It might feel good to think of yourself as a man who is masculine and all these things, but at the same time, because you have these ideas of what a man is supposed to be, because you want to live up to these ideas, it hurts you because you believe that you're not. Something here has to change. The definition, the way you view yourself, or what you're doing. Something here needs to change. And I'm telling you, that's really all up to you. I want to propose something. I want you to follow me. Follow me. Listen to my words. Follow me, please. Because I really want to help. And I hope that I do. So here we are. I say that you don't have to feel this way because before you learned all the thoughts and feelings towards yourself that causes you to feel this way now, you loved yourself. And you loved yourself without conditions. With no thoughts of if I was this way or that way, I might be better. I might love myself better. You didn't look at yourself in shame. You saw yourself and you saw just that. You need to return to that. Remember, think of children. They look in the mirror and they're like, oh, this is me. Ha. And then they keep running. That's what the fuck we need to return to. And it might sound difficult, but you can do it. You need to be able to look at yourself without all the politics and all the labels and all their definitions and ideas that just do not apply to you. None of us. Although we might think so. Although someone else might think so. None of these things are truly relevant to your being. Think about it. When you pass on, will your body decompose and become into the air the politics that were attached to it? or does it simply decompose and your spirit goes wherever it is that you might believe it goes? You know, if you even believe you have a spirit, really. So I want you to free yourself from the prison society has created, and to also free yourself from the prisons you have created within yourself, the things and thoughts that you have created. Like, there's a way of thinking. When you look at yourself, you might have a point you start at, and it just keeps going and going and going down that same process that gets you in a position where you're feeling like you don't want to go anywhere or do anything. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you probably think, damn, I want to change that. I don't like this. I don't like that. I hate that. I hate this. And picking out all these other things about yourself that you dislike. But what you're doing is just creating more negative energy for yourself. So when you look later, you're just going to keep thinking that. What I want you to do, next time you look at yourself in the mirror, look in the mirror and say, I'm happy to see you. I'm glad you're here. Okay? And look at all the things you do like. And find something positive about yourself. And don't say there is nothing, because there's always something. Gotcha. So yeah, what I want to propose to you is for you to first consider the possibility of growing out of this attitude. I said it in my first Dysphoria video, and I'm going to say it again. You have to believe that you can change your mind and you can change your life. You have to change your attitude towards yourself. You know, and really imagine it. I want you to think about it. Being wholly comfortable with yourself and not being dependent on what others perceive of you. You know, think about maneuvering about spaces without being so self-conscious and worried about, you know, how others are seeing you while you do this. I want you to really just think of you being in your body and being comfortable. And I want to ask you now, what is stopping you from doing that? Are you going to say because of this, because of that, because I'm not on TV, because of this and that reason? Are those really reasons to stop you from loving yourself as you are, as you have been, and as you will be? Are those things that are outside of you, are those things really that important to you respecting and acknowledging yourself, seeing in yourself the greatness that is within you and all the things that you are those things really, should they really stop you from loving yourself? If you believe that you can't or you will not because you haven't started T, because you haven't had surgeries, because people don't perceive you the way as you see yourself, people don't address you correctly. If you keep putting your worth and value and greatness based upon all those things, then you'll never find it, because it's not in those things. Truly, it's not. And when you start to worry and think about other people and their perception of you, I want you to tell yourself this, because it's very real, it's very true. It's none of your business, you know. And unless you were in their minds, you would never know what they were thinking about you. So try and not drain your energy by worrying about, you know, things that are so unimportant, things that you will never know. Think about this. I want you to realize something. Most times other people aren't even perceiving the things that you are. I have a friend, love her dearly, but she has this tendency to call attention to things that no one was even thinking about prior to her having mentioned. And so when she mentions it, that's when we're like, oh yeah, now I notice, you know. So, you know, I want you to just stop feeling, you know, like everyone knows and everybody's worried about the same things you are, because where you are in your perception, people are in a completely different world than you, and they're thinking, they're probably there with their own problems, thinking other people are aware of it, you know. So it's just like, why worry, you know, why be so anxious about everything? But I want you to stop right now. Don't feel bad about the fact that you feel bad. Nah, everybody has felt bad at one point or another, for one reason or another, for periods, you know, for short periods or seemingly forever, for various reasons, like I said. And we as trans people are not the only people who experience dysphoria. Cis people do as well. So there is no perfect life and there is no perfect body. There is no goal that you can achieve that's just suddenly going to solve everything around you. It's just suddenly going to make you 100 with yourself. But because when you're 100 with yourself, it starts in here and in here, not in what you manipulate in your surroundings or in your physical world. So like I said, accept that you feel bad, because that is what is right now, and that's okay. But I also, like I said, want you to accept the possibility of there being a better tomorrow. But that future you've imagined, it won't come unless you begin to change in the present moment. That future that you want, it won't come if you close the doors before it ever gets there. You know, as my love Marie says, opportunity cannot come through a closed door. But what I'm saying is, you have to leave that open, and it really all starts in the heart and mind.